Hi there again. This is Lauren from FuturesTradingCompany.net, and this is a recap of our trading for the morning of December 8th, 2011. And we had a very, very good day trading compared to the last couple of days, which were a little tough for us. Actually took the first trade this morning pre-market open in New York anyway, and this was a trade that I took based on the release of the unemployment numbers, claims, new claims that occurred at 5:30 Pacific time, 9:30. I'm sorry. 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, and the number was released. It was fewer claims than expected, so it was positive news. And I had put a limit order in at the market above this prior swing high here, which was 12,234. I'd put a limit order in at 2 ticks above that. I got filled. My stop was below the prior swing low, which was 12,191. And actually, not only did I have a stop there, I had initially had a sell order there had the news been very negative and the market sold off. So we took the breakout. I did have a trigger fire off here for a long trade. This was right before the news came out. Then the news was released, and the market did start up. We hit our first two targets at 12,246 and 12,251, and I was using the SAR, modified SAR trailing stop on this trade that you've seen before. And we were stopped out of our final contract at 12,266. So a very nice pre-market open gain. And again, that was based on the release of news at 5:30 Pacific. And that was it until after the market opened. In hindsight, had I known what was going to happen, which would that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? We had a short trigger fire right here at 546 after we had made this high, and boy, the market just really sold off, and that was based on some news from the Eurozone. And our market right now is trading almost in step with the euro. So when the euro sells off, our markets here sell off. When the euro is rallying, our markets rally. So anyway, we didn't take any other trades pre-market. Let me scroll over to our first trade here. It didn't occur until 7:03. We had market opened at 6:30, and I was really looking for short trades at this point. The market was looking very, very weak, and so I wasn't looking for any long trades. And this particular long signal that fired off would not have met my other trading rules, so I would not have taken that in any case, although it would have been a small first target profit. Our first trade was to the short side, which is what I was looking for. After the price and the JTHMA had broken down below my 89 exponential moving average, price rallied back up, just tagged it, and then the JTHMA rolled over. I had a short trigger fire off, and this is a proprietary trading signal that I developed and use for my assisting me with entries using this 89 tick Dow chart. So I got short here at 12,131. We hit our first target, and before I go on to the targets, my stop again placed above the swing high here at 12,154. We hit our first target of 12,121, a second target of 12,116. Again, was using the SAR trailing stop. I was hoping for a larger break here, but it didn't happen. Came back and stopped us out at 12,124 on the third contract. So a total of plus 32 ticks on our second trade of the day. And then at 7:10, I took another short. And really, in retrospect, and looking back at this, would like to see just a little bit more of a retracement after we'd had such a big break before taking another short. But I did go ahead and take this short. Again, that was based on a short trigger that formed right here at 7:09. The low of that bar was broken during the 7:10 a.m. Pacific time period. So I was short at 12,107 and took quite a bit of heat on this trade. 12,128, which was 2 ticks above this swing point here, was my my stop on the trade, and price reached a high of 12,126 before rolling over again and going lower. So we were within 2 ticks of a stop out on that trade. We did get down. We hit our first target of 12,097, and we got within 1 tick of our second profit objective, which was 12,092. The low was 12,093, but price turned back up against us, and we were stopped out at break even on our final 2 contracts at 12,107. So on our third trade of the day, we had plus 10 ticks. Our next trade didn't come until 7:57. And I'll scroll over and show you where that occurred. We had come up, challenged this level at 142. That 144 was my stop. Price came down, then kind of a little bit of a retest, and then rolled over. I didn't get in the trade until 12,119, which was 1 tick below the bar where my entry trigger formed. And I also like this because it was also the 12,119. My JT HMA was crossing the 89 EMA. The price was now below the 89 EMA. So those are both things I like to see when I take a trade. And that was a nice trade entry, 12,119. Bigger stop, 12,144, than some of you might want to take. So that's really a individual trader decision. I put my stops at swing points. I do not use what they call money management stops. The only money management stop I use is really not money management stop. Is on my trailing contract. I use the SAR, my modified SAR trailing stop on most of my trades to get me out of a trade. So I was in that at 12,119. We hit our target of 12,109 and 104 before we had a little bit of sideways price action here, and my SAR stop on that trade was put in at above this bar at 12,113, and we got to 12,111 for a high price, so that was not hit, so we remained in the trade. At this level, our SAR trailing stop was 12,090, and that high was 12,087, so we remained in the trade. Finally being stopped out over here, 2 ticks above this SAR, so we were stopped out at 12,082 on the final contract of that trade, the fourth trade of the day, and that was plus 52 YM points. And then our final trade of the day of the morning was at 8:37. This was just prior to dead zone, just prior to basically the time where I shut off any trading. 8:45 a.m. Pacific is about the limit of the trades I want to be taking before lunchtime in New York. So we did get a trade off here. It was at 8:37. Again, we'd had a little price retracement back toward the JTHMA, the 89 exponential moving average, and this is perfect setups for taking short trades. We've got a declining 89 exponential moving average. We're making lower lows, lower highs. Here we had a little swing up. Again, this high was below this high. JTHMA rolls over, and I get an entry trigger that fires off. And we were in that trade at 12,067. We hit our first two targets, 12,057 and 12,052. And that's about as far as the price goes. Price did go down to a low of 12,039, and I thought we might break even lower at that point, but it did not happen. And again, I was using the SAR trailing stop, and sometimes that takes quite a bit of the profit that you could have had in the trade out, and we were stopped out of that trade at 12,060, 2 ticks above this trailing SAR. And so, again, though, a nice trade, plus 32 ticks on that trade. So a very, very good morning. Total of 5 trades in the AM and a 181 total Dow points for the morning trading. Visit our website at futurestradingcompany.net. Sign in the guest book and indicate your desire to be in our trading room when it opens in January. And if you are one of the first 10 people that sign up with that indication, you will receive a 30-day free access to the trading room. Again, we anticipate our trading room opening the first week of January 2012. Have a great day. This is as long as this video needs to be. Again, a great morning trading.